What's up, guys? And today we are discussing best practices for general computer use. Okay, now what we're going to do is answer the question that people who just wanted to know the answer to the title of the video is that you should have security, antivirus software, anti-malware software that you can run on occasion. You want to keep your computer defragged if it's a hard drive, or if it's a solid state drive, you want to make sure you're trimming it at least once a month. Trimming it means that the way that data is stored on the solid state drive is in chunks of blocks, but multiple data can be written to each chunk. But in order to, if you delete something, it can't delete, it has to delete all the data in the trunk and then rewrite the information that wasn't deleted back onto it. That's how it works. You can look it up. Running a registry cleaner, and we're using Windows tools to do a disk cleanup, as well as running something like CC Cleaner for your antivirus, as well as running a virtual machine to browse the internet, and on your host computer run at a limited user account. Don't run as an administrator for your daily use. For those of you who want to see how to do all of this, let's go. So I'm down here. I'm going to open my virtual machine. Okay, as you can see, we are inside our virtual machine. Now, first things first is disk cleanup. This is a tool inside of Windows that will let you clean up temporary files, dump files, any other internet cache, as you can all see here. And then you select simply what you want to select, like temporary files, and you hit OK. And you hit yes that you want to permanently delete. In 10, same process, except you can select the system that you want, the hard drive that you want to use, and it would do the same thing in Windows 10. And this is true of Windows XP. Currently I have 44 gigabytes of temporary files I don't need. The next step that I talked about is disk defrag. All you have to do in Windows 7 is you can run an analyzer, you can defragment. I won't do that here because you don't have to do it for a virtual machine. In Windows 10, if you have a solid state drive, there's going to be an optimize button. For hard drives like these, you can actually run a defragmentation, but this just trims it for C. Notice the analyze goes away because analyze is the defragmentation. And well, there you go. Antivirus software. Now, there is free Windows antivirus for anyone who's not willing to venture out and do any third-party application. That is not Microsoft. Microsoft Security Essentials by default is in Windows 10 as Defender right here. Now, there are some key differences in 10 such as scheduling, which is under settings in previous versions, is no longer in the current. If we check, it does not, we just don't have a option to set schedule. Now they may change that in a future event, who knows. But as you can see in Windows 7, I can choose specific times, limit the CPU usage. I can do all sorts of excluded files. I can participate in various levels of heuristic cloud scanning or whatever. This basically can send a file back if it doesn't understand what it is to Microsoft, and they can analyze it and include it in their database if it needs to be there. All right. The next thing that I talked about, before we move on, let me just show you a few other free types of antivirus, which is AVG. This is, I'm just going to go through them. AVG, you hit download and you get their thing. There is Vira, same deal, free antivirus software. You just go through and you can get their antivirus for various of operating systems. There's Avast, and you can get Avast, and these are the ones I recommend. Okay, so a registry cleaner. Now, there is no way to clean the registry by default, but you can access the registry, you can look at the registry, but don't change anything unless you know what you're doing. I don't condone the use of regedit by people who don't know what they're doing, because I'm not taking responsibility for messing up your computer. I suggest CC Cleaner, and I can show you that here by downloading the free version. I do not believe. Yeah. Okay. You can choose a custom install, like if I don't want to shortcut anything in the start menu, you can disable any of these, and then you can continue the install. You can run the cleaner. Okay. CC Cleaner, as for the cleaner part, acts just like the disk cleanup in Windows. You can analyze anything that can be deleted, anything that can be missed. And it will show you a list of things that can be removed. This found 413 megabytes of data that can be removed. You can choose to look through any of it by double clicking. But mostly it gets it right. And then you can run the cleaner. And this acts, like I said, just like the disk cleanup built into Windows. As for the registry cleaner, by clicking the registry icon, you can scan for issues. And this will find things like a missing shared DLL or DELs that aren't there. So if we go into, let's just take a look at the first one. Now these are registry entries, mind you, where the registry says they are there. Microsoft, Windows, Microsoft, .NET, Framework, 05. And it says that this DEL should be here, but we do not see it here. And this is what it means partially by registry cleaner. There are also other things. Unused registry key, missing UI reference. So these things all don't exist anymore. And you can say fix selected issues. You can say yes, I want to back up the registry. And you can just usually make a new folder and called cc clean. You can just save it right there. And you can go through each file individually or hit select all issues and close. There is something I didn't mention at the beginning. Using a VPN service, such as TunnelBear or any other, it will encrypt your connection to the internet, as well as make your VPN appear, or make your IP appear as if it's coming from somewhere else. Now, this does come at a cost. Thank you. So, right, I just turned the VPN on. So if we were to look at our network speed and see what kind of performance we get, and then I'll turn it off and we'll see the difference. Which is why it's good to find a VPN geologically close to you. So it looks like we're getting about 5 megabits down, and it looks like about 4 up. 5. Pretty symmetrical. There's a ping of 37 seconds, so a bit of latency. Now, if I turn it off, and so mind you, I just turned it off, and we scan again. We notice lower ping, much higher up, or down, and up will presumably be a lot higher. Now these numbers in the first example can change depending on what server you are connected to for the VPN. You would use a VPN to hide your data stream. So your ISP, it monitors everything you do. They can monitor and see that it's encrypted data if you're using the VPN, but they can't tell exactly what you're doing. Notably, Netflix, YouTube could get throttled and have less bandwidth. The VPN will mask that, so they don't know if they can throttle it or not. That's just one legal example. Okay, so one thing I did say was make an account and in a limited fashion. So you can go into accounts and you can create, I think, imagine another account. There we go. Create a new account, put in a name, and make sure standard user is selected. It's the same thing for Windows 10. You can manage another account, add a new user, add someone else, I guess. Wait. I actually haven't used Windows 10 yet. Okay, this is a bit convoluted. I advise looking up on... I don't have this person's sign-in information. Okay. Oh, here we go. There we go. Then, now you can just say test, next, and I guess they're added. And I guess you can remove that account too. Okay, Windows 10 is very weird. Let's not worry about that though. And that's how you do it. And then you create the account and create all the files, and then make sure you give them a password. And like as I said, a virtual machine like this, to browse the internet and unsavory sites. Alright, the last thing I want to tell you is having a anti-malware on hand. Now I suggest Malwarebytes. You don't have to pay for it, but you can run it every now and then if you think something's going on. I'd say schedule it for once a week to run. Now, Malwarebytes, if you are grandfathered in a pro version, you can have it for life. If not, it's a yearly subscription. Or it's free. But paying for it lets you have it monitor in the background. If you don't pay for it, you can still use it forever, but you just have to run it manually from time to time. And we can go through the installation process here. Real-time protection only works if you pay for it, but you can just run them every once in a while. And that's how that works. Okay, so hit the like button if you liked this best practices video. Leave a comment below if you think we can improve and how you think so. If you just want to voice your opinion or what you want to see in the future. Make sure to hit the subscribe button. And as always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Have a wonderful day.